Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel, where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. And this is the Simpson episode, season 31, episode 13, the flip, 3113, the mirror flip, 3113, 31, 3 plus 1 is 4, 13, 3 plus 1 is 4, 44. All right, there's the flip. You notice how this episode starts with the lockdown, right? Bunch of cats walking around with the lockdown. What rhymes with cats? Bats, right? Yeah, we know. So, what started the lockdown? Bats, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, this is the introduction. This is the beginning, right before the episode starts. As you can see, the moon is out there. As you can see in the background back there is a school over here. And I'm not sure if they're trying to say if the school is separating the child and the parents. But yes, we do see one of the child on the other side with the parent. But what is the baby doing on that side? I'm not too sure, but pretty interesting. So here we have the beginning of The Simpsons, right? This is the Bitcoin episode. So you see how it says the Lentil Institution. Why is that important? So here we got lentils are legumes that provide essential folate in pregnancy, may support heart health and improve immune response to infection, among other benefits. Okay? Now, as you know, from 2020 all the way up to today, there's been a lot of stories about myocarditis, a lot of heart conditions, a lot of messed up immune systems, right? Pregnancy, talking about stopping pregnancies and stuff like that, shortening the sperm and blah blah blah. So found that funny how lentil starts with there. Now let's get into this. MIT D Lab needs assessment and co-designed for lentil procurement in India. In January, during MIT's independent activities period, 4 students from D Lab class trip, right? And who was there? The Bill and Mel G Foundation. Interesting. Okay, so here we go. Lisa, I'm so excited Springfield finally has a vegan restaurant. Okay, look at that. What's she holding? That purple juice. Purple tie there. Very interesting. So, I find it funny that she is basically saying, I am excited that we're finally in a vegan restaurant. As rumors have been said that there's all types of stuff within these meats now that we eat from the stores. Especially for the people who try to deny it from their jobs. They said most likely they'll try to give it to them, if they didn't want to accept it that way, through fruits and vegetables. So, and meats, actually, too. Meats. So, I find it funny that the vegan is right in the beginning of this episode. So, just pay attention, all right, to the stuff that you eat, the meats that you eat. Now, I'm going to be doing more videos on health videos because, as we all know, we should really stay healthy in order to enjoy all this fortune. Okay, still in the restaurant. Funny enough, look how Bart says, once again, the school pits parents against each other. Wasn't I just showing you right in the beginning, they were showing that kind of looked like a jail bar type thing with the parents on one side, the kid on the other, with the schools in the background? Yeah, I'm not going to say any more. You can use your own imagination with that. Now, this one I might be a little bit reaching. Just a little bit. But we're going to go with it. Okay? Funny enough, he's like astronaut, sometimes taxpayer. Right, going to the moon, right? We want some of these coins to go to the moon, and then we're going to be paying some heavy taxes, so they say. So over here, I'm just looking at this. As he's saying that, what's in front of him? 4 cups, 4 transparent cups, as you can see through them. You can see the layers. You can see the plates right through the glass. You can see the end of the plates. You can even see the lettering. Okay, so we got layers of plates, okay, and we have 4 glasses there. We talked about the 4 coins: Loan, Metal, Dow, Proton blockchain, and Metal blockchain. Okay, we have a little bit of that purple stuff and the green, which is the Goblin mode, but we have a little bit of that purple stuff. And to be honest, it looks like it has ears of cats. I'm not too sure, but I know I could be stretching with this one. All right, but she is wearing a pink outfit. So that is quite interesting. Okay. You got the layers, you got the 4 glasses that's transparent. I mean, that's just my perspective. This is not financial advice, okay? I'm just having fun with this episode. But that right there might be Metallicus. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go. Okay. I know a lot of people are saying, 5, 10 years. I heard some CEOs even say 5, 10 years. Some big guys that I like also said 5, 10 years. I'm hoping and I'm believing that it's going to be sometime this year, next year. I'm hoping. And certain things like this, where he says, okay, because she just finished telling him she's writing a paper and she's writing it about Frank. So she just told him that she's writing about Frank, and her father is asking if I came in second or third. Second or third is 23. 2-3 to me, which is this year, which I'm hoping. Let's go. Now, again, right in the beginning, I told you how they were showing you the vegan restaurants, and you should be eating a little healthier and stuff like that. And I'm going to be coming out with some pretty cool videos with that stuff, but let's stay with the Simpsons here. Okay, when we have him looking at a health magazine, okay, you have to look out for your health. All right. Now, there were some other things that I didn't really point out, but over there kind of looks like that ripple type sign, right, with the 1 dot and the 2 dots up like that. We got the cube right there, right, the big cube that they always talk about. And we got the health magazine, okay? But, as you can see, we got an M and an H. There is a CEO out here. His name is Marshall Hayner, which, who knows if that's what it is, but just found it funny that that's what they're showing. Okay, so like I said, Lisa did come visiting him in some type of office. See, thank you for letting me visit you during office hours. So he is working. He has a job. He has a job until he creates the Frank coin, which then he becomes rich. Okay. Now this lady butts in and she says, for the monkey who's suing him. Now he's getting sued. This is why we related all this to Ripple, right? Getting sued, suing him. The monkey. Remember that monkey situation that they also had in PA, that the monkey story that got loose? Then supposedly somebody probably got affected with it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I found it all funny. And funny enough, as we go a little deeper, that is Professor Hessler, okay? Talking about a lawsuit. This supposedly represents Ripple, XRP. This could be Gary Gensler, and it says Hessler. But this lady also looks like some other name, Hessler. So, just found it funny. And who knows if they're in cahoots with each other. They're working in the same office. So, just found that interesting. Okay. Now, before I showed you that lentils thing, right? And who was behind it? Wood Foundation, right? Billy and Mel, right? Gatey Gates, right? Funny enough, that baby there, which is Frank, he's playing with atoms, okay? He's playing with atoms when he's a baby. All right, just wanted to let you see that. And as well, I don't know what's going on here, but see how there's all full here? You got the blue, you got the brown, and somewhat like goldish, but the purple juice is slightly less, like they're using it. I don't know what else to see here, but funny enough, here we go. We got that red and green again, Christmas time maybe. Oh yeah, so he definitely looks like Billy. She definitely looks like Mel. And then they got the Stella symbols in their glasses. All of them. Let's go. So, I'm not too sure. And this is just, we're playing around with this. I'm not saying that it definitely is. But he's basically saying, the only way I could get noticed was through science. So I'm thinking, is there going to be more science with this? Or is he a banker's coin? I'm trying to figure this out. But let's go. Then they show him all grown up, and he basically says, but I never had my breakthrough. He never had his breakthrough. These are the things that concern me. I don't know. I just don't know. All right? He basically says he hasn't had his breakthrough. I don't know if that's freaking Pepe over here spitting in his face, but who knows? Or maybe I missed the boat with Pepe, but I don't own one damn coin of it. Anyway, I don't know what his breakthrough was, but he didn't reach it. Okay. Now this part here I'm gonna play, and I just found it weird. He goes up the hill, a black cloud follows him, rains on him, and then he crashes. Watch.
Einstein's, I'm
Look at the
James
black cloud.
Chadwick. Who? Well, exactly.
See? So I found it weird. You seen that, right? He was dry. He was almost getting to the top of the hill, and then he fell backwards into the water. All right. So then Lisa says basically something to the effect like, "Oh, too bad that you're not famous." And he basically says, "All this will change, for I have been developing
my own."
His own cryptocurrency, right? Which I guess might be XRP. That's what we're all assuming, right? All right, let's go. Now, one of the reasons why I love loan, right? I come back over here, Kachinga. There's a pyramid here. There's a pyramid here. Triangle, triangle. Kachinga. Not financial advice, but this is the shit that I look at and I put on my journey like, I'm looking at loan, baby. So if you notice, my man over here, yeah, he's wearing one of these outfits, which looks like the flare sign. All right, that's how they're going to get you because they want you to think it's Ripple. And it could be something. I'm not saying it's not. Whatever. I mean, I have Flair coming to me. Supposedly, I had my XRP on the ledger. So I should be having Flair and Songbird come to me. So I'm having all of this. And I'm not selling any of it because it was free. Anyway, we have this bike right here with the Phoenix symbol on the gas tank. Right? Jumping over, which look like money trucks. Okay? Armored trucks, money trucks, big trucks. And he's going from one purple ramp to another purple ramp. Okay? And maybe it is XRP to XPR. Who knows? Now for this, I'm hoping it's July 7th of this year. We'll see what happens. And I showed you guys before. You all thought that was the B for the Bitcoin, but I'm telling you, and I told you this before, they're not using lowercase letters on these coins. They're using uppercase letters. And if it's an uppercase letter, and I've been telling you about the flip, then if it's a little b, if you flip it, it's a capital P for proton. Okay? Don't listen to me because I will ruin your life. Believe me, I'm a liar. I'm full of shit. All right? He says from Shanghai to Grenada, and as you can see, it's a purple, glowing purple building. The Pearl Building in Shanghai. What was the vice president wearing? Camila. Purple, right? With the pearls. That's Pearl Tower in the background. So, at the end of the clip, when Frank was showing Lisa the clip about cryptocurrency, we see this guy over here shooting a basket, and he's saying it went in. Okay? As we know, Marshall had put in a bill for stablecoins also. Will it go in? We shall see. A basket of currencies. Okay, so now this is another part where it questions me. It really questions me to be like, so will Frank Coin finally be the invention that makes me rich? Sorry, I think I paused. I was stating how Frank Coin is basically stating, will the Frank Coin invention make him rich? Right? Then what happens? I think Pepe comes up here.
Finally be the invention that makes me rich.
Or will, and he was going to mention something else, but we had this frog interrupt him, so he never finished his statement. There might be something else that might make him rich. But he, like I said, he never finished his statement. Funny, that's liquidity. Okay?
Thank you for it.
Now, I want to show you something else that makes me also weary, okay? Who was his parents? Bill and Mel, right? So, is he connected with the foundation? Is the Frank coin connected with these people? This is something I just don't want to hold on to if that is really correct. something I just don't want to be involved with if he's behind the scenes. Now I question, will you need to have a chip or a device inside your body in order to maintain this asset? Something that's been lurking on my mind. Not sure, but wondering if we will need to insert something within our bodies in order to use that because of his daddy, Billy. Let's continue. Now, part of this episode, I just wanted to point this out. He mentions when the grid goes down, and toward the end, she mentions about 10 days of darkness or peace or whatever. I guess we have to wait for this thing to go down, the grid to go down before anything goes up. Not sure, just an observation. All right. So he says another billionaire. How did he make his money?
He
right?
make his money. Paraffin.
Now we know that. Well, I did my study, and I know that the CEO from Metallicus over there, he had his hands into cannabis at one point, which could be paraffin. And we also know about Ripple, the oil, right? The high-powered oil for racing cars. We said oil is the new data. All right. Which makes me believe it's more likely toward proton. So here Burns basically says, oh, I know about cryptocurrency. And we have the sign there. You believe what you want. It's your money. You put it where you want to. I'm just filming my journey. And this is why I was getting into proton. And why I believe this is about proton. So remember this, right? Like halfway through the show, he basically states and he realizes that he is no longer the richest man in town. Now we know who Burns is. He's like the government. He's like, you know, the dudes with the power and shit like that. And we, the people, are looking for the power back to us. But you see what he says here. He realizes he's no longer the richest man in town. So let's see what happens when what do they try to do to get him back in track. If you remember, at the end of this episode, he's laying in bed very peacefully, singing, "Thank you for the currency, oh dollar bill." Let me stop. I don't want to hurt your ears. All right. So here, I'm just slowly going over this, all right? She basically says, I wanted to see how you enjoy your newfound fame and wealth. Okay?
And fame and wealth.
He hasn't invested in deodorant.
So she says, he hasn't invested in deodorant. I can tell you that much. Meaning that something doesn't smell right. Right? If you're saying he hasn't invested in deodorant, that means he has a smell to him. Meaning that he doesn't smell right. There's not something that does not smell right here. Okay?
And I can tell you that much.
Well, the first 10 million went to pay off
Student loans. Listen to this.
Strange. I have the fame and fortune I've always desired, and yet I'm as empty as a Dewar vacuum flask.
So, you see, he had said that he's this, he's that, but he's as empty as a Dewar, blah, blah, blah. Funny enough, I don't know why, he opens it, and what gets sucked in? His nose. Is his nose getting stretched out like he's a liar? I don't know. I don't know. Just pointing out a few things here. Is that hairdo supposed to be an M for Metallicus for metal? I don't know. I really don't know. Just asking questions here. Do see the Stella. Glasses are round with the two slits there. Alright. Which is also the Nissan sign, if you didn't know, the Nissan on the cars. But I was wondering if they were stretching his nose out. Maybe he's a liar. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I'm just pointing things out that I noticed.
He hasn't invested in deodorant, I can tell you that much.
Well, the first 10 million went
Listen
to
to
pay
this.
off student loans. It's just strange. I have the fame and fortune I've always desired, and yet I'm as empty as a Dewar vacuum flask.
Well, maybe it's time to take care of your things that you've always wanted.
Yes. What did
see,
you always
I've always
want?
wanted one of those pens.
colors.
4 different colors.
4 different colors. What we talked about 4 before, the ecosystem, right? Metallicus, metal Dow, metal blockchain, proton loan, proton blockchain, right? And I always say the letter K is important. For some reason or another, the letter K is important. We know Kia, K-I-A. I told you about the car, right? Hyundai and Kia, they are part of this. Hyundai, who knows? Maybe that's H-bar as well. I don't know. It could be somebody else. I'm not going to say the name as of right now because I'm just not going to say with the other H, I believe. But fashion one myself, okay? What does
I
the
fashioned
fashion?
one myself, but it's a tad bit unwieldy.
Okay. Now watch. You know. Sorry guys, I'm like half slow over here. I'm pressing pause on the video, not on the actual episode. So I basically said that he is excited about the 4 colors, and we talked about the 4 coins that they had, which I said was proton loan, proton blockchain, metal Dow, metal blockchain. Okay, and I've been talking about the K for KIA, for Kia, for Kitty, for Katy Perry. If you know the decodes and you've been following me, then I've been showing you Katy Perry, been showing a little bit about proton here and there, about loan. We've been seeing a lot of things about Kitty, about 9, the number 9 lives. Just certain things. But if you watch right here, they just show you the D, the O, the R is already there, but they're showing you they're putting the letter K. So here we see the office, right? I don't know, he's in Chicago supposedly, and his office is empty. His desk is gone, everything is gone. He went to go create his coin. I believe that he believes he's going to think he's rich, and he has left work. Remember, I've been talking about health, right?
Boy, Frank, he's the richest guy in town.
But he's not rich, and the most important thing there is.
Health?
Health?
Oh, yeah.
No, the most
Huh. The most important thing is friends. So, health. You see that, right? He's not rich in health. So that makes me believe, being that Frank is being posted with Billy and Mel, do you have to stick something in your body in order to maintain the XRP asset? They're talking about he may be rich, but he's not rich in health. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. I'm just taking a stab at it. Again, these are my own opinions. So here we have Frank, right? They're showing you all the bars. If you notice how 2017 is in purple, 2023 equals 7. We've been talking about loan, right? Three's Company, the apartment 201. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but just giving you what I see.
The Bay City Rollers, Ed Too Tall Jones.
Too Tall
the
Jones.
And Ringalivio, also known as Ringalario, on Staten Island. But those people
He's playing trivia. Too Tall Jones.
All correct.
All correct.
I'm too tall.
Oops, sorry. So he was all correct on his answers. And here we got this guy right here saying, I'm Too Tall Jones. And even I didn't know the answer was me. He is Too Tall Jones. What is his number? 72, right? I don't even know if I want to show you this right now. I'm going to show it to you right now. 72, Too Tall Jones. Tallest Jim, too tall, tallest, too tall, tallest. What is this? This is the movie Real Steel. There you have Mr. Hayner. Say what you want. Too Tall Jones, okay? But let me show you something else. What number is he wearing? 72, Too Tall Jones. Okay, we got Hayner in front of the tallest Jim, Too Tall Jones. Notice how they have 4 arcs. We talked about the 4 glasses in the beginning, right? Metal blockchain, proton loan, metal Dow. Again, check this out. 72, Too Tall Jones, 72. 2, 0. As you talk about metal, 35. 35. Okay. I had a one thing off and I had put it one ahead, but I wanted to show you right before he was like face to face. This said 20, 30 with 34 seconds, and that was 3 plus 4 was 7, and 2, which was 2 and 7. That's why I was showing you that guy's jersey that said 27. Found it funny when I went back to this movie, The Tallest Jim, when he was talking about Too Tall Jones, that I'd seen it at 2034, which I had 4 plus 3 was 7, and then 2. And then 1 second over is 35, which was JFK, which reminds me of metals, precious metals, gold and silver. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But here we're going to get into why I believe that this is going to be about the Metallicus company. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to play it now. So I'm going to show you now why I think this is all about Metallicus. Now we're going to get into the Metallicus people right now, okay? So he's telling this guy, right, Mr. Powers over here, Mr. Burns, basically to make you the wealthiest man again. So that means taking the power away from Frank, because right now he is not the wealthiest man. Frank is the wealthiest man. So they're going to try to make this guy the wealthiest man again.
Sir, to make you the wealthiest man in town again, I've assembled a team of the greatest mathematicians.
You see that? Of the greatest mathematicians and cryptographers. Now, this is just my belief. I'm not saying it's the truth, but I think Metallicus has one of the sickest boards out there. People on the Metallicus board. But we're gonna get into it. Let's go, because I haven't got that much time on this.
And cryptographers to ever leave their rooms. They're here to develop Burns coin.
Will there be actual coins? If so, make sure they're made from something men must die mining. Is there an ivory that comes from people?
So here are the programmers working on.
So here we go. We have Marshall Hayner. Okay, so before I show you Marshall, here we got these people here, right? That's one of the ladies, Irina. Okay, that is Irina. Okay, Birkin. Then we have this guy here. This guy is very important. His name is Brian Bubbard. Okay? That's Brian Bubbard. Okay? He is the former deputy controller of the OCC. All right? That's why he is important. You can look at this stuff because I need to make this video quick. And this guy here, we have Saeed Jaffrey. I find him interesting because he is the founder of Blocks.io. Also, he has 6+ years in blockchain and healthcare sectors. You remember the health magazine that we were looking at, right? Just makes me believe that that is him right there. And last but not least, we have Marshall Hayner. There you go. See his little separation on his hairdo? I can show you it. If you watch that, guys, you'll see it. But that's Marshall's, my friend. You can say whatever you want. I'm just trying to show you the light. If you don't want to see the light, keep walking with the shades on, baby. Now again, so here are your programmers working on your currency. Remember when Marsh had said that he had found some issues with some of the things, and he went and he created Metallicus? And I discovered some serious issues. I don't know, just throwing it out there. See how he says to create a pseudo currency like the Bitcoin or the peso? Now they say, what is a pseudo currency? Basically, electronic money issued and regulated by a government, CBDCs. Okay, he also says Bitcoin or the peso. Where was Bitcoin a freaking currency? I believe. Well, actually, that was in Peru. My bad. But here, right, in the pesos, we know that Peru had a quite number of monetary systems, and which was called the real to the real and pesos. All right, Peru, pesos. Now he's talking about he wants to be so rich that he could buy 10 NFL teams. 10. Tennessee Colts, Sorry, not Tennessee, but the NFL teams. When you talked about NFL, I just thought about the Colts, which is the horses and stuff like that. I just needed you to show that part. Christian Bale. Who did he play? Batman. We'll get into that later, but that's Batman. Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Batman Begins. What did 2020 start with in the wet market? With a bat, right? What did the skies look like in June when this movie came out in June? Let me stop there. Okay, so here they're talking about if this equation is solved, this could make all digital coins worthless, 99%. What do we have here? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge, Filecoin, right? They need to solve this particular puzzle. Make all digitals worthless, including Frank's coin making worthless. Pretty interesting here. Frank is saying, my only company will be AI. Funny enough, it's a purplish robot, and he says to Frank, I dislike you. Pretty funny. So whoever solved the problem, so now he's back to being the richest man and Frank is ruined. Out of a town of 32,000 people, which makes me think it's going to be sometime this year. Flip it is 23. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. So now he hands Lisa the ledger. I had $1 billion. What have I done? He lost. And if you guys can help me with this out, losing $1 billion means nothing as long as I see you again. So he's back in the office to see this lady. Who is this? Gary Gensler? Is this somebody else? Back in his office, back to work. He is ruined. He has no more money. He lost $1 billion. Thank you for liking, watching, subscribing. If you like what you see, send a little love at I Told You So weboffwallet.com. That's